Hey everybody, Asher here, back with some more Hearthstone, where today we're taking the Kolento Dragon Priest list back to ranked with a few little bit of adjustments, actually a kind of substantial one. Took out one Shrinkmeister Cabal combo and tried throwing in Justicar Trueheart and Chillmaw, which does increase the dust quotient of this deck quite a bit. But I find sometimes as I'm playing, first off I'm facing a lot of the popularized Kolento 37-0 list that's been on the Tempo Storm meta report, that's been on Hearthstone, and it's a good list, but I did see at least somebody say they've had some success on the competitive Hearthstone Reddit by making the switch in, and I think it is a good possibility. With this deck, you do want to try and curve well, so I'm a little scared of taking out early 2-drop to get something else in here, but we do get one more dragon, which could be the difference between activating and not activating. But we're going to go dive into ranked play and see what we can make of this deck. Once again, we are using the good old thing here that does let us do the Hearthstone deck tracker. And right now, at least what I'm going to start with, I don't always want to stay super high on curve with the Twilight Guardian, but I'm going to keep the rest of my hand between the Twilight Whelp, Guardian, and then Power Word Shield. Because this Hunter mulliganed everything, which sometimes means a lot and sometimes means little. Get the Blackwing Corruptor as well. So I think if it's a Phase Hunter or a mid-range Hunter, I'm probably going to need to play the Whelp anyway. We'll know in just a moment. I guess maybe we'll know in just a moment. That is a good get. I think I'm just going to bet on Power Word Shielding on 2 potentially, or saving the heal. And it looks like we're going to curve out to potentially at least one good 4-drop here, and then maybe something else. So he's just going face. We got a Cabal Shadow Priest because, once again, the client gets that information before it's displayed here, which is why you may be able to hear me call cards ahead of time. Now, the other option here, since he opted to Hero Power, is just to heal. But I think, at least at this point, the coin for turn 4 is probably going to be better. It's more important for me to draw. And to help this survivability, so there's Valen's Chosen, which is kind of bonkers if I can get it on there. That may actually preclude my coin play. Which a coin Cabal, unexpected coin Cabal can be really nice. So let's hear. Is he just? This is just all face all the time? Like I said, I don't want to take too much damage, and I don't want to be susceptible to Deadly Shot. But now we have that combo. So I guess, you know, we're just gonna play it slow. I could coin out one taunt, but I'm not gonna panic here. But you know, there's a difference between, is this a tempo deck, is this a not tempo deck? And the tempo play is definitely to get something else on the board. So we'll do that because we still potentially have a turn 4 with the Shrinkmeister trade. Or Valen's Chosening with and leaving 1 mana is decent. Plus this may draw out a Silence, or it may draw out a Freezing Trap. May draw out both. So we have our second Valen's. Well, let's see. This may not be a terrible dragon kicker to keep in hand. So let's test for traps. So Freezing Trap, and then do we get the explosive anyway? Okay, we gave him 1 charge. See if it's Bear Trap. Sometimes it's Bear Trap. It's Bear Trap. Alright. This is fun. We got 3 charges of this. Let's just get our other taunt out. And this is going to be staying in our hand for a very long time. So we have a Dragon Activator. We have 2 taunts. I do have the possibility of outright killing that next turn. So, oh wow. All the secrets. You know, that really sucks too. Because he mulliganed his entire hand, and I'm sure he's looking for a Secret Keeper. So 1 kill command. Okay, he's going to go trade in, or is he going to keep this taunt? I hope he keeps the taunt. I guess the first thing we do then is test. We're going to have to attack it at some point. Alright, well, not my favorite. Still better than the alternative. I mean, I'm giving him a ton of charges here, but I'm going to have to attack him at some point. Not a Bear Trap, so that's probably Snake Trap. Or, well, it wasn't Snipe, or Snipe would have taken that out after the Battle Cry. So there's your High Main. Interesting. I guess he really wants that snake trap to activate. Alright, 6 mana. Is it time to double Velens? I mean, I don't have much to take here. I could pop this, but I'll get a bunch of snakes out, but I'm not going to get punished for it. I do have one creature out compared to his two. He has a bunch of weapons. This is once again not a super tempo play, but we are just going to use both of our Velen's Chosens and hope that he doesn't have, like, see if we can end this in a minute. Not sure if that's the right move, but it's the move we're making. There we go. Did not have the answer that he needed, so that was very fortunate for me. Like I said, just the difference between he got a crappy mulligan and I got a good one. But you take the win in ranked, right? Okay, so this is a little scary to me in a way, because this is a decent curve, but there's no dragons. And dragons are pretty important. Now, this could be Patron Warrior, Control Warrior. At rank 13, I've been facing a lot more Control Warriors. So we're just going to keep our hand and hope for the best. So he ditched one. That doesn't tell me a lot. So we got a death. That's good if it's Control Warrior. At least we have plays on the early turns, which is sometimes all you can ask for. And I don't have a lot of taunts up, so that's not great. Now, I do want to say as well that I have been trying to record this a few different ways, and I've actually had some issues with the sound. So if you could have any advice for how to make a handbrake not distort the sound ever so slightly, I would appreciate it. Because I don't have problems when I use Bandicam, but Bandicam doesn't let me do monitor recording the same way. So that's kind of where we're at. And are you actually here? I mean, he mulliganed. So, just a pass. Okay. Well, I mean, our way forward is clear right now. This doesn't give him any information on what kind of deck this is. But most of the time, at least when I'm playing Priest, or when I see a Priest on the ladder, I assume it's Dragon Priest. Now, it could be Control Priest. There are a few control lists that are coming out lately, but it's not really a thing right now, so... So, War Axe. I guess better to draw that out early. So we got to play on 3 and a lot of spells. Alright. I will absolutely not be playing that unless I get a dragon. Which means I gotta hope this sticks, or I gotta hope that I have a good opportunity to use removal. I mean, it'd be great if I top decked a dragon next turn. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, it's gonna die. 7, 8 dragons. Oh, there we go. He gets the card draw. He gets the slam. He's playing a slam, so it's probably Patron. So we'll adjust accordingly, and we're still not going to do anything. That's pretty terrible. I don't have a lot of spells in the deck, but that one whiff on the turn. That's what I was saying. I was a little scared of my mulligan there. Maybe I shouldn't be keeping the Power Word Shields in my hand, and maybe I should be mulliganing harder from North Shore Cleric or Twilight. Well, that's probably right, so I may have lost this one on the mulligan, but it looks like it's Control Warrior, and I'm running 2 Shadow Word Death, so I'm not going to be entirely punished here. Alright, we're going to save... You know what, this is... Normally I would play the Azure Drake and save the taunt for later, but we might as well do it now since we have the Power Word Shield. Hello, card. Blackwing Corruptor and Power Word Shield can come on next. Yeah, since this is Patron, very likely, I guess. Oh, good. Good, good. Now, we're not going to overextend into a brawl here, I hope. But we are going to go ahead. It floats 1 mana. And Justicar is good. If you're careful with Justicar, if you play her on turn 10, you can get multiple heals off at the same time. But the reason that I like her is because she really, really, really lets you make good trades, make value heals. But there's probably going to be an execute coming, so let's find out. Turn 7, what you got? Armor up and brawl. That's unfortunate, but no. Yes, no? I am really confused. He must have like the Wombo combo in hand. Well, I guess I keep the Dragon Activator.
I must consider.
Well, if he's gonna brawl, we might as well brawl now. I've got more than enough of a follow-up. And now we have heals for 4. Now I'm not running Auchenai Soul Priest, which gives extra value for that because you can attack, but is this the brawl? That's the brawl. Okay. Unfortunate, I was really hoping to keep one of the taunts.
Armor made to fit.
Alright. Chillmaw is a decent pickup here. Is Corruptor better, though? I mean, I could Vol'jin. There's a lot of things I can do. It's very unlikely he has another brawl.
I wonder.
I mean, if he has a big patron play, assuming it's patron, and maybe I have just misidentified the deck, but I guess if it's playing brawl, you're not going to be seeing a lot of stuff here. Let's go ahead and just pain this. And we shall... I mean, neither of these are fantastically on curve, but this draws me a card. Good. That was good fortune. So we got a death in our pocket and 2 more dragon taunts. Okay. That's why I kind of was hoping she'd die. Alright. So he's still not playing anything yet. Well, we do have a good Dragon Activator for later, so let's go ahead and just... I guess we'll do the tempo play. Kind of. Let's see here. Turn 9. Let's play Prevent. Reason I do that is because if he does have some Wombo combo in there turn 9, which I doubt because I don't think that's the deck he's running. Bash, Brawl, you usually see in some kind of Dragon Warrior archetype. But this gives me a chance to prevent what could go on the board or just go face. I've seen some patron lists start to run Shield Slam again. So this is where you don't want the armor to go out of control.
Welcome to the Grand
Okay. Well, this is gonna work out okay for me then. The only problem is that this is a definite like tank.
I wield the power.
Outlast do a lot of damage deck, so we shall.
The damned stand ready.
We gotta build a board. As much as it's incredibly likely since it's this deck, or at least one that's based on armoring up all the time, it's very likely he's running a second brawl. So I don't want to do too much beyond this. Alright. Now the first question is, do I death? Or do I tea and cake? Was really hoping for not Chillmaw, but we'll make it work. The reason I was hoping for not Chillmaw is that I guess I could Vol'jin.
Who be the war chief now? My fate is sealed.
Then who gets the buff? You get the buff, that's good. Definitely not going to overcommit the board. I said I was hoping for the 8 bonus there, but any time that you can resolve this without using death is going to be so important, but he does We have
I
about
have
the
no
same
time
cards,
for
so
games.
there's fun. Alright. Alright, I don't have lethal yet. Guess I could just play this and hope for the odds to be in my favor. It's tough. Because I can't just death it. See, here's the thing, is that I do have some reach if I go for constant hits on the face. I could drop the North Shore Cleric as well to try and give another target. She's going to trade into something here. I have 3 damage with the Azure. The question is, do I play the Dragon Kill?
Is someone injured?
Because that still sets me up for a pretty nasty brawl. Which, like I said, it's very likely he has the second one. So this is an interesting game. I don't feel like Dragon Priest is favored versus Control Warrior. That's a good top deck. All the armor all the time. Okay. I feel like I should be worried about that. Ooh. It's a lot of premium removal to use. But I guess I'll get punished for that because I wasn't thinking about the health of Vol'jin and where you would trade into, so that's a bad play on my part. And Worm Rest Agent just a turn late. Really don't want to use the death here.
Are you mocking me?
But I think I'm officially behind. Hate using that on my own minion. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Maybe I should have gone for the 1 and 3. I guess I could have handled Sylvanas better by instead of pushing for face damage. Because he's probably... This is going to be a fatigue match for sure. Alright. This is going to hurt.
I can take the hit.
Yeah. Okay, finally facedamage.com. This is tricky. Because I don't want to just play things that die. But there's not a great opportunity to do 3 damage and clear things, and if it's Control Warrior, there's not too much more for me to steal.
Let me change your mind.
So I guess we just steal it now. That's really too bad. Everything else here just gets killed. So, mistakes were made and I've probably lost this because I don't have... Unless I can get like some sweet Velen's play, the whole being able to tank up and just grind it out. It's a good strategy. It's a very good strategy. I just didn't get the tempo I needed early. Like losing... Playing the Justicar and then losing... Keeping her and losing both of my taunts. That was a problem. There's probably a lot of things earlier in the game that I just could have done better. Oh, he's actually killing his own shield baby. Alright. I'm dead. Alright. I am super dead. That's too bad. I feel like I could have played that one better earlier in the game, but you don't win them every time. Alright, so we're playing against NBA player Jose Calderon today, and I'm going to, as weird as it feels, I'm going to keep Ysera in my deck, or in my hand. I've heard people, at least the advice given is, sometimes you want to keep your high dragons. But I'm playing 1 extra dragon compared to kind of what people would call a standard list. So I don't know if I'm really going to be short on dragons in this deck ever.
Hello.
So mulliganed everything. I wonder, once again, what that's going to turn into. If this is just Freeze Mage, I should probably just play the Shrinkmeister now. If it's Freeze Mage, my counters to the Doomsayer are Vol'jin and pretty much just Vol'jin. I mean, I could Cabal Shadow Priest, but that's not awesome. But chances are this is Freeze Mage, and it's gonna be a little bit painful. So once again, versus Freeze Mage, which I got some really good comments on my last Freeze Mage video. You're absolutely right. I was not playing it to highest efficiency because I just don't have the practice with it. Oh, it's not Freeze Mage. Alright. Well, that little bit of information does make things slightly different. Not a Doomsayer. Do I leave Pagel up? I don't think that's worth it. Sorry, Gold Nat Pagel. Now that I have a tempo advantage, it's definitely time to start pushing face. If he has to spend a fireball on that, that's better than alternatives. Arcane missiles as well. Oh, I was lucky. Alright. Justicar just in time. And if you saw in that last game with the warrior there, that's where Trueheart, people are going to start realizing her value real fast. Like 4 armor every turn is very tough to deal with. 4 healing every turn is technically also hard to deal with, but the control warrior just had my number. Alright. We can make this happen. The question is, how do we want to make it happen? This is going to be a little bit messy. It's okay, though. I just hate 3 for wanting this, but I don't really have to. I guess we want to keep the Dark Cultist up.
You think this is funny?
Let's be physical.
Let's see here. Let's just do this.
My fate is sealed.
Probably better to clear now. I really hate doing that, though. That does not feel like the right play at all.
I have no time for games.
Hi, Sylvanas. You're my favorite. I guess it's probably better to draw here.
Is someone injured?
Second Twilight Guardian. That's fortunate. No reason to play anything else into here. It's either going to be one of these two. So we're not going to give the value. I mean, either you steal my Northshire Cleric, or you get 1 damage here. Or I guess there's other alternatives like that. Okay. RNG, not quite. Alright. Now that's interesting. Much taunt. Do I want to Shadow Word Pain that? There's really no great reason to, and I can just Holy Nova it later, and it's very unlikely that he has a way to heal. Okay, so didn't play a board clear yet. I could Trueheart here, but it doesn't feel like time to Trueheart yet. Guess we go Sorcerer Guardian. I mean, the alternative plays would be the Death or not Death, but Pain Justicar, and it just doesn't feel great. And maybe Sylvanas would be a better fit in this deck than like Vol'jin or something. I don't know. Vol'jin's I like Vol'jin, but I haven't always gotten like the best top ever results. So really, just played right into a Flame Strike. That's awesome. Alright. That means I probably just threw the game. Maybe not. Well, I don't have a Shrinkmeister anymore, so it doesn't really matter.
Let me change your mind.
A little bit of tempo, and then maybe we can live the Azure Drake Holy Nova Dream, or play Ysera. Ysera is feeling more and more like... Ysera is definitely a win condition, but if you can't keep Ysera on the board, this could be a problem. Alright. go. Go face, please. There we go. Famous last words versus a mage, but... how do we want to do this? Well, the good news is that I can play Justicar and get a ton of healing out. This seems like the right turn to Holy Nova. So that's probably going to be the play. Let's draw. Decent. Guess the other question is, do I just ram face into here? Probably not. I'm going to go like this. We got to end this game soon because I haven't drawn either of my deaths yet. And I have 14 cards, so there's a decent chance I'll get one soon. Okay, if this is Mirror Entity, I'll be very happy. If it's Duplicate, it's not so bad. Using your Polymorph on that helps me. Once again with the... oh, that's unfortunate. Was really hoping to keep something on the board there, because Vol'jin would have been really nice. Let's see if it's Mirror Entity. Nope. Let's go and buff our heal. Let's say Counterspell. Oh, just a little too late. I should have gone for the card first. Once again, Vol'jin not really able to get as much value this turn, but we'll heal ourselves and see if maybe we can make it happen next turn. Because I would love to, well, it's probably Effigy or Duplicate. Any of that now.
Someday I'll be just
oh
like
boy.
you.
I'll show them. I'll show them all.
So just turn, pass, and who dies? That's good. Alright. Now we don't have all the mana in the world.
I wonder.
But it feels like I'm ahead. I kind of want to Justicar face. Let me test for Mirror Entity again. Alright. Tougher choices here. Let's just do this.
The spirits be restless.
Disqualified.
Alright. Plays into a few board clears, but saves Ysera and some other stuff for next time. Alright, so no more secrets. So it wasn't Effigy. Does that mean it's Ice Block? It can't be Duplicate, Counterspell, Vaporize. Oh my god. That's really good. Alright. You are not going to have a better Ysera board than this. It is Vaporize. I never tested for Vaporize. Well, that makes my life a little easier. Especially since I got an Awakens and I have an Azure Drake, which I don't know if that buffs Ysera Awakens. I think it might. We are probably not going to find out, though, if he's overloading his board like this. Alright. I guess he's just betting on me not getting it, so we'll keep that as a dragon kicker. No great reason
I shall bring you rest.
to do anything else other than this. Let's put you out there. Power Word Shield. Why not?
Job's done.
Don't have a lot of cards left, but timely 1 in 5 chance of getting a board clear. Sets us up for possible lethal, especially with the Blackwing Corruptor. What's card number 3 that he's had in his hand this whole time? Arcane Explosion.
My apologies.
You win this.
Well, there we go. I beat the NBA player. Little Rocky on the way. Well, here's the list one more time. Like I said, it's Kolento's list with 2 legendaries subbed in for 1 Cabal Shrinkmeister. Now, what I've done with the Dragon deck in the past, and I may revisit that list, was that I put the Auchenai Circle in there too. And Auchenai with Justicar is really, really good. But to get all these dragons in here, you do have to cut some cards. So I'd have to make room for 4, and I may not be able to do that with this list. I mean, it's... Like I said, it's good, it's steady, it's stable. The one thing you don't have advantage of with Dragon Priest, though, is the element of surprise. So maybe with a few little tweaks like Justicar or Chillmaw, that can be enough to turn the tide. But that's it for now. Gone on a little long this time, but this is Asher. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time with even more Hearthstone. Take care.